Hello again. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you what I'm making for dinner tonight, which is a minestrone soup. It is a nice soup that is packed full of vegetables which are really good for you. You can see from the chopping board that my main ingredients are broccoli, about half a broccoli. I've got 3 sprigs of celery there. I've got a couple of carrots that I've grated. I prefer them grated, but you can chop them or finely slice them, that's completely up to you. I've got some dill, I've got a couple of peas fresh from the garden. The kids have been growing them in their sandpit, don't ask. I've got a red onion, you can use white onions. I've got some that I've already diced up ready, and I've got some finely sliced-ish leek there. I've also got red kidney beans. You can use any type of beans that you've got available. The great thing about this is you can stick literally anything and everything in there. I've got some spaghetti that's been left over, tomato puree, a tin of chopped tomatoes, some easy garlic. You can use fresh garlic, but I'm cheating. I've got a stock pot and some salt and pepper just to taste. Now, the recipe I will put on the PowerPoint for you. I'm sure you will have made soups like this before. What I also want you to do, I'm going to send you a picture of all my main ingredients, and I want you to tell me what health benefits each one of those main ingredients has. Okay, so I want you to research that and send that back through to me. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to refresh those skills, those knife skills, on the bridge and claw technique, just to make sure that you are safe. So I'm going to use a short and sharp paring knife. Now if you're struggling to cut through your vegetables, your knife might not necessarily be sharp enough, and make sure you've got your parents' permission to do this. Okay, so I am just going to show you how I find it easiest to get really nice finely diced onion. So I'm going to hold it first with my bridge, and I'm going to cut the onion in half from root to tip. I'm going to move half of that out of the way because I'm just going to use half for the minute. I'm just going to cut that end bit off so I can take the skin off. I'm going to peel that skin back because that will not taste nice in the soup. It's really bitter. So I'm just going to take that skin off there. I'm going to take that off as well because I don't like it. So there we go. Just peeling that skin back there, opening it up a little bit like a flower. Now do not cut that root off because it's really, really useful in the technique that I'm going to show you. So you lay your onion down on your chopping board and you hold it with your bridge. You're going to take your knife in the hand that you normally use. Now first of all, I'm just going to use my claw to do the first couple of cuts. Now I'm not cutting all the way through the onion. I'm leaving a little bit at the back, as you can see there. I'm not cutting all the way through, and that makes it really easy to create some nice fine dices. Now I've done those first couple of cuts, so I know that my hand is going to be out of the way. I'm going to put my bridge, hold it with using my bridge technique, and I'm going to create fine slices all the way down that onion. When I come to this end, I'm going to move my thumb out the way, just so none of my fingers are in the way as I'm slicing. Then I've created fine slices all the way down that onion there, but I've not cut it all the way through. I'm then going to hold it using my claw, and I'm going to cut down the ends, and you should see some really nice fine dices, and it's up to you how small you make these. So I like them quite fine. Okay, so when you get towards the end, you will start to realise that this is getting close to your fingers, and the onion might start to spread out. So what I like to do is just move this out of the way. Make sure you're using a clear chopping board. Okay, I like to tip my onion on its side like that, and then I'm just going to keep cutting down. So I'm using all the onion, but I'm keeping away from my fingers so I'm nice and safe. And then turn it around on that side and cut down. You can then even go back this way and then you've just got that little last bit left that you have mostly cut it up. You can then use the onion just to push that off the knife, and then make sure you move your knife out the way nice and safely, and then you can dispose of that in the bin. And then you've got your finely diced onion there, ready to go in your recipe. Now what I'm going to do first is I am going to put I'm going to fry off the onion and the leek in a little bit of oil at the bottom of my stock pot. I'm then basically going to add all the rest of the ingredients. And then I'm going to leave that to bring it to the boil and then leave it to simmer until I've got a really lovely soup. Okay, thank you. Thanks for listening.